Hey guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be talking about makeup rules that I don't follow. So I know there are really no rules to makeup, but there are a few that you're pretty much demonized for not following. So I'm going to tell you those, and you can leave your opinions to yourself. So there you go. Negative opinions, I should say. If you have positive opinions, go ahead, but negative, somewhere else. Number one that I have gotten every time that I go to Sephora or Ulta, they tell me, don't, because I have dry patches on my skin, they tell me don't powder all over your face or it's going to make your dry patches stand out. Like, really? So, yeah, I powder the heck out of my face all the time. That's why I go through powder so fast, but I don't know, whenever I put on foundation, even if it's a foundation like the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation that dries down like totally matte on its own, it's supposed to dry down totally matte on its own, it doesn't on me. So then when I go to put like bronzer, contour, blush, everything, it just looks like a mess. So I need a powder to make everything smooth, and then also the powder kind of prevents, when you apply blush or anything, from picking up your foundation. So yeah, I put powder all over my face no matter if that spot is oily or not. Number two that I see a lot on YouTube is that you're not supposed to put shimmer eyeshadows in your crease. First of all, I don't see the problem with putting shimmer in your crease. I mean, if you don't like the look of shimmer in your crease, that's fine. But saying that you just, nobody can do it because it looks bad on everybody, no. It's perfectly fine to put shimmer product in your crease area. The only thing that I can see the problem with is if you're a little more mature and you have, you're kind of getting droopy a little bit there, that maybe that will kind of accentuate, what you don't want it to accentuate. But I think unless the product is extremely blindingly frosty shimmery, then it's totally fine. But if it's just a light shimmer, it's whatever, it's not going to look bad, I promise. And I have done before where I just take a single eyeshadow, like a taupey color, and just blend it out all over my crease, all over my lid, and it looks great. So, I don't care about that rule. Number three is that you're supposed to tightline and line your waterline every time you do makeup. I cannot do either of those. If you don't know what that is, tightlining is where you take an eyeliner and you line in the inside, underneath of your lashes, to get that area darker. Which, I mean, if you do that, it does make your lashes look thicker, but I can't do that because it just makes my eyes water and burn and itch so bad no matter what pencil that I use. I've used different formulas, different brands. I've used shimmery ones, not shimmery ones. I've used the ones that are specifically made for your waterline. I can't do it. And I don't even think that just kind of makes my eyes look smaller too if you do that. So even when, I know that was a big thing a little while back to put a nude in your waterline, and that just didn't look right on me. It didn't, the color just looked weird. And yeah, I don't like that. So I don't do that one. And number four, I've actually seen people comments on other people's videos that they are a bad makeup artist because they don't do this. What? And a couple years ago I started doing this because I heard somebody suggest that when you put on eyeshadow primer and then you set the primer with either another eyeshadow that looks similar to your skin tone, or a translucent powder, face powder or something, that it'll help your eyeshadows blend and just go on more smoothly, So I was like, okay, well, I mean, if this big influencer is trying it and other people in the comments are saying that you know, works for them too, then I'll do it. But now, like, I have found that that just does not help. I mean, it makes the color look less intense, and it also kind of makes it blend away. So, yeah, unless I'm trying to use up, like in a project pan, a skin toned eyeshadow, I do not set my primer with a powder or something, because it just, and then it also makes the eyeshadows not last as long either, because they just kind of mix on your eye with that powder and then just kind of like fall off or whatever throughout the day. So if you want your eyeshadows to last a lot longer and be a lot more more vibrant, then just don't set your eyeshadow primer. The one that I use, the Milani eyeshadow primer and even the Urban Decay one, they set down matte by themselves. So you do not need to set them with powder. Now, I mean, if you have like an eyeshadow primer that's not that good, or that does do it, you might need to set it. But, you know, just, I cannot believe that, because they said, I don't even know whose video it was, I was so mad about it. Like, they said that that you have to use a transition shade and you have to set your primer. Like, just because the big beauty gurus do that does not mean that that people who don't do that are bad at makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you a little something about the bigger beauty gurus, okay? They do what gets them views, right? And oftentimes there will be a trend that goes around that bounces between all of the bigger beauty gurus. Such as, you know, a nude in the waterline, setting your eyeshadow primer, and then I think this all started with the transition shade with Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie. Yeah, those trends just kind of bounce around, and then everybody takes that as law and makeup, but it's not. So, you know, like, try it for yourself if you don't believe me, okay? And then at number 5, this one's a little bit of a looser rule, but I don't set my face with setting spray all the time. Like, I mean, I see the benefit of it, but I don't do it all the time. And I know I did today for this look. I don't know if the video's up yet, but it was my Get Ready With Me using new products. And I got this little bitty sample of the Too Faced Hangover Spray. Like, this is not the cutest thing ever. Anyways. But I just don't think you have to set your face with setting spray. Like, sometimes it can make your makeup worse, you know. So, yeah, just if you have found that setting sprays really don't work for you, or they just kind of make it last not as long, then don't use them. You don't have to use it. So that was the 5 makeup rules that I don't follow. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other rules or anything that you don't follow either. And yeah, look forward to hearing from you. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you like this video, or if you have any other ideas or anything else that I should do. And subscribe so you don't miss those future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.